These gutter foams do a great job during the fall and winter of keeping our gutters clear and our downspouts from getting clogged. But we have to take them out in the summer or in the spring here. We take them out because the UV is a little hard on them and it'll kind of degrade the foam. So we pop them out in the spring and clean the gutters out, get the roof blown off, and then we put them back in the fall when we're ready for the leaves to start coming off the trees again. And then we're set to go again. And I clean them up and hose them out a little bit and make sure they're flowing good. We've tried quite a few things over the years to keep our downspouts and our gutters from getting clogged from all the big leaves that fall on our roof. And we found this to be the best option so far. It's still spring technically.
Right, that's good.
Okay, now that we've got the hardwoods all the way through the hallway and right to the bedroom, we need to get this piece done. So the challenges I've got here is I need to get this perfectly flat to this. Right now it's sitting high here, pretty much sitting low. The floor is about 1/8 of an inch higher in a lot of spots, and it sits a little bit of an angle. So I need to come up with a way to get this underneath all completely flat so that it's 100% even and level with this. And I'm also going to make it appear as if this piece is twice as thick by adding another piece of 3/4 oak underneath, a strip. That'll look like one solid piece when I'm done, so that this is thicker, so it matches our floating stair a little bit better in the thickness, and give it a little bit more weight, make it look more like a stair tread instead of just a piece of 3/4 inch thick 1x stuff, because stair noses are usually more like 5/4, which would be like 1 to 1.25 inches. Could be even a little bit thicker than that. So we just wanted to add a little bit of weight to the front of this. So I need to add a piece there. I need to get it flat and level. We need to get it stained to match this flooring nicely, and the bedroom flooring, it's the same stuff. And also get a clear coat on it that has the same or similar level of gloss as the floor here, which is kind of really in between a satin and a matte, but we can use satin and see if we like it. If not, we can try to burnish it a little bit just to take a little bit of that gloss off. And so I also need to take this kick piece off. Cutting this caulk line so that when I pull this board, I don't rip the drywall paper back, because that can happen. 15-pound felt just to keep this tiniest gap down here, because any if that's touching, it could squeak just because it's got friction in between them. That should fix that possibility. No, too late. Too late. This is what we're trying to match. Still needs to be clear coated, but it's pretty much stained. We'll take a look at it in the morning and see if we need to add another coat if it lightens up too much. But looking pretty good. All in all, we're really happy with the way the color turned out on this piece. Here's a scrap of our hardwood flooring, and you can see the color of the graining, the darker, came out really, really close to that. And the overall body of the board also came out really nice. I don't think we could have done any better, frankly. And this is our test board. We used a couple different stains that we had in the cabinet and clear coats that we had in the spray paint bin. And I think this is the one we ended up going with as far as the stain color and how long we left it on, how many coats, etc. And but anyway, yeah, really happy with the overall look. And now we're going to just do some clear coat with this Minwax fast drying poly. Clear satin. Satin seems to be the best match on the sheen. If you can look in the sun here, you can see the original flooring has a soft kind of a matte slash satin kind of sheen, where our new board doesn't have anything. And so I think this is the board that I did 2 coats right there with the satin spray, and I think that'll look really nice and good enough. I'm going to do 3 coats on this, maybe Scotch-Brite in between coats, just to make sure we have a nice flat, smooth, even finish. So yep, I'm going to put some clear coat on this, let it dry for 24 hours, and then I'll be able to install it permanently in its new home. Well, now that we got the tile install completely done and grouted, and we've got the grout caulk line done around the perimeter to the hardwoods, it's time to put on the enhancer and sealer. And I've just masked off kind of the hardwood and the caulk line just so that we didn't accidentally slop a little bit of the sealer product onto the hardwood. And let me show you the product we're using. We're going to be using this Miracle Sealants 511 seal and enhancer. It kind of enhances the natural stone and seals it all in one step, as opposed to two different products in a two-step process. So that's what we're going to be putting down. And I think we're just going to use the paintbrush. It sits on there for 3 to 5 minutes to kind of soak in whatever it's going to soak in, and then you wipe it off with a clean towel, and you're pretty much done.
I'm sure it won't take very much. Okay, I'm just putting a little in there.
We're really at a point now with this fireplace project, between all the rebuilding we did on it and new concrete and these steel lintels and everything else.
Getting it off?
Yeah, you just kind of,
Wipe.
yeah, just kind of dry it. Then I would take a dry section of the cloth afterwards, keep turning it or whatever, and kind of buff it. But I was saying we're at a point where we're about ready to start the stucco on this. We're going to do a slurry coat before we do our scratch and brown coat on the stucco. That'll be coming up in the weeks to follow here soon. And eventually it's going to be an all smooth white stucco.
Yep.
And of course we'll have the hardwoods going into the kitchen, and we'll have a matching hearth on this side because it's a two-sided fireplace.
You gotta get that side cuter.
So we'll have the matching hearth on this side, and all the stucco work done, and that's when it's really going to look like it's going to look. It's been a long time coming.
A lot of ugly going on. It won't be ugly anymore.
Not for long.
I know.
We're going to go from ugly to pretty,
Pretty
and then
scary.
it'll be a focal point of this room, kind of in the middle of this open kitchen, living room concept area, in the sunroom here, and then we'll have this beautiful fireplace to sit in front of in the morning when we have our coffee, and a nice roaring wood fire.
Yep.
And all this work will be
Worth it.
and it'll be a big payoff for us.
Yep.
We like having real wood fires in the house. Oh, and we have soapstone lentils to go on here that are like a dark green, gray, charcoaly color that's not going to be a whole lot different than this color, actually.
No.
But instead of having this exposed steel lintel, there'll be a soapstone,
Right.
natural soapstone right there. That's really good for heat.
Yeah.
And then we're going to paint the inside of the fireplace black with a brick and fire brick paint that
High
makes it
heat.
kind of black, a high heat paint. So it looks all new and clean in there.
Yep.
This was just a standard cheapo fireplace grate, and I bought some 3/8 inch thick by 1 inch steel bar on eBay
I'm gonna do this little spot.
that I cut up and welded onto all these spokes to make it on both sides stick up a lot higher, because they only came up about 2 inches, and you'd get any kind of good fire going at all, they could roll off and
You
hit.
want the tape pulled? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, we can pull the tape.
okay.
I'm just rambling while you're doing your
You're
work.
doing you're chatty.
I left a little pull tab on everything.
Cool. Right? Ooh, yeah, I gotta wipe that up better.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I figured some of that would seep in. So it should be good. You know what? I can't believe how much that enhancer really shows the movement and the grain of this slate.
Right?
This is that black, this Montauk black slate. And you know, it's not dull, but it's without the enhancer and the sealer on it,
I'm glad we did that.
it really kind of, I guess dull would be a good word.
Yeah, dull. It was dull.
It's kind of dull.
Cool.
But I mean, and it will soak in and not be quite as glossy,
Yeah.
but you can really get an idea for, you know, how it brings out the grain, the natural variation in the stone.
Let's see, one.
Boy, between the nice flooring and the nice hearth that we just put down, it sure shows how rough our fireplace is. It sure be nice to get that all stuck on. Wow. Yeah. That'll be a fun transformation.
That's on the short list, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Cool.
Well, I think that we're going to call that a week. We got the stair nose done in the bedroom where the hallway ends. We've got this hearth finished. We got it sealed. We got it caulked and everything. So that's kind of a wrap. And we really appreciate you guys watching this video. We thank you guys for your comments. We thank you for hitting the like button. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. We got so much going on going into the kitchen here shortly. We still need to finish this fireplace with the stucco. So yeah, follow along with the journey and let us know what you guys think. Do you like the hearth? Do you think it looks good with the wood flooring? And we look forward to seeing you guys next week right here on the Waterfront Wreck. And thanks again for watching. Bye.
Bye.